Hey everyone, Heather Veroni here with Pampered Chef. Today I want to chat with you a little bit about your kitchen nightmares. I've asked this question numerous times, and a few of the items that I get all the time, I'm going to chat with you today and kind of give you an idea of how you can make it a little bit easier for you. Because we all have to cook, whether you love to cook or hate to cook, we all have to eat. So at some point and at some level, you've got to cook, whether it's peanut butter and jelly or whether it's gourmet food made from scratch. So we're going to chat with you today about onions, because I don't know about you, but this is my kitchen nightmare. I love onions. I love the flavor they give, but man, I don't like them making me cry. My nose runs. So here I'm going to give you two tools that you can use. Some of you might have one of them. The other one is a little bit newer, so not everyone has this one or knows what it is. But first, before we get into our chopping tools, I want to talk to you about knives. So this is one of the kitchen nightmares I hear all the time. When you're cooking, and then if you're having to rear down on a knife really hard, let's pretend you're actually trying to cut with the, oh, it's rolling away on me. You want to cut with the back. If you're having to push back really hard, that is unsafe. And it's quite frustrating too, especially when you're trying to cut something and you want a straight line. So first thing I would say is invest in a good set of knives. This is our Santoku knife. This one actually has the air holes that are actually on the blade here, and that's going to help prevent the food from sticking. So that's another frustration that you don't have to deal with. It just helps you go straight down like a potato or carrots. Cucumber is a bad one as well. Now it's a full tang blade, so it actually goes from tip to tip of the knife, so you will not and cannot ever have a wobbly blade. So this is a weighted handle. It gives you a good weight, and it feels good in your hand, and it's balanced, because you never want your blade to fall out of your hand because it's top heavy, because the metal's all here. Okay, so knives are a good thing. Another thing, good cutting boards, guys. These are a set of 3 flexible cutting boards. They actually have a rubber grip on the back, so that when you put them down and you're chopping and dicing, you're not chasing it around the countertop. They come in 2 different sizes. So this is the small size and this is the bigger size. So it depends on, I use them both in the house, because this, if I'm dicing up one onion or I'm trying to cut a lemon or a lime, I'll just pull these out really quick, and they take up little to no space. So if you're trying to organize, if you're trying to save space, these are perfect. So we're just gonna cut our onion. Now, I just take and cut one little slice right here on the edge to take off the skin of the onion. And then you can actually save these if you're a composter, or I like to make veggie stock. You take these and freeze them in a baggie with all your other veggies, and when you fill the bag, you can make homemade veggie stock. Okay, there's a little bad spot right here on the onion I'm just gonna cut out. Okay, so here's what you would do. Instead of sitting and dicing everything, I am all about saving time and not crying any more than I have to. So for small jobs, we have our food chopper. This is a classic. So, perfect, right? Can you see how small that just diced it up really fast? But if you're like me, and when you're dicing or cooking, when I cook for an army. I've got a family of 4, but I cook if I'm doing chili, if I'm doing tacos, if I'm doing sloppy joes, stroganoff, any of that stuff. If I'm gonna cook and dirty my kitchen once, I'm gonna cook for the masses. So I'm gonna cook for at least 3 to 4 meals. So I'm gonna do large batches. So I'm not doing small batches with the food chopper. I'm gonna use our manual food processor. This guy has a bowl and a blade, and then the top piece that is actually going to function as your chopper. So you're gonna open the top. And take the blade out. This is my salsa maker. So see that? See how perfect that is? That was a whole onion, or 3/4, 80% of my onion. So you can actually put a whole onion in there, diced up, or at least chopped up like I did, quartered. And then you can do your tomatoes, you can do salsa. So you can add your tomatoes, you can do cilantro, your lime, your garlic, and make salsa in the manual food processor, and have your whole salsa made in here and serve it right out of the same bowl. So for me, that's a win. Okay, a couple other things I'm gonna talk to you about that I think are a kitchen nightmare. I hear a lot of people tell me all the time that they don't have a good set of tongs. And tongs are great if you're flipping like toast or maybe fish in the air fryer or if you're frying your fish. Now, you need a good set of tongs if you're gonna be picking up like a piece of meat or if you're trying to flip things in the oven. So these are our stainless tongs, and there's 2 different sizes. Now, they're nice and sturdy and hefty here so that you can pick up something big and flip it. Now, what's great is they've got a silicone tip too, so that you're not gonna hurt your nonstick cookware. You don't have to worry about hearing, even if you have stainless, you don't have to worry about that scraping sound. So these are great. And what's neat is when you hold them up, and they actually have a little lock there. So when you're holding them up, you can store these in your drawer. So you don't have to worry about them getting stuck in your drawer and you're trying to pull them out. Or if you are one to keep it in a caddy on the countertop, they don't take up a ton of space like that. They're getting stuck in all your other tools. So when you hold them up, you can just set them down just like that. So to unlock them, you have to hold it down, pinch it, it opens up. And then to close them, all you have to do is hold it up and close them. Same thing with the small ones. So hold them down to open and up to lock. These are great. Another one, which is a big one that everyone loves if they've got it, this is our mix and chop. So this little guy was designed for your ground beef, your ground sausage, your ground turkey. So in a pan, put all of your meat in there and you just chop it up like this. And it's almost like you would take like a spatula and you're chasing it around the pan. It's so frustrating, takes you 10 times longer. This has a 5-star tip so that when you're pushing it down and you are chopping it basically 5 times at a time, so 5, 10, 15, 20, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, trying to get your meat chopped up with a spatula. So this is great, you guys. It is one of our Pampered Chef's top selling tools. It actually outsold our food chopper, and it was only out, I think, 6 years, and it outsold it. So the mix and chop is a good one. The last one I want to talk to you about is one of my all-time favorites because I don't want to dirty a million tools. When I'm cooking, I want to hurry up and get in and out of the kitchen, but I want to cook healthy. So whatever you're doing, whether it's mayonnaise, anything, you guys, if you're spreading mayonnaise on a sandwich, if you're scooping it out of the jar, peanut butter and jelly. So this is called the scoop and spread, but I've nicknamed it the peanut butter and jelly tool. So you can spread your peanut butter, scoop your jelly, and cut the sandwich with the little serrated edge right there, all in one tool. So the kids can use this. This is perfect if you have little kids, grown-ups. I mean, this is my go-to tool because it's long and skinny to get down into the container that you're trying to scrape out of. And then if my daughter wants to make cupcakes, she can use this to spread the icing on her cupcakes. It's just multifunctional and great because you don't have to dirty a ton of tools. So I hope I was able to help you out and give you some good ideas with Pampered Chef. If you guys have any questions, please let me know below.